back to Linda's Pantry. Today I am canning chicken, and nope, it's not ugly chicken, but I am canning chicken. I'm canning chicken breast. I have chicken thighs on the shelf, but I want just plain, no seasoning, just added broth. That's it. That's all I want in this is chicken and broth, and call it good. So I'm gonna get this chicken cut up and I'm gonna roast it. You know, if you've been with my channel any length of time, you'll know that I par cook my chicken. I feel like it's prettier in the jar. There's a number of reasons why I do it that way, and you can raw pack it. So if you like to raw pack your chicken, feel free. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roast this off on a sheet pan. I'm just putting it in bite-sized pieces because, yeah, and I'm gonna salt and pepper season it. Well, I'll probably use very little salt because the chicken stock that I'm using will have salt. So it's a bouillon. So about 1-inch pieces. So if you'd like to come in, I'll show you what I got. I'm gonna use my small 10.5 quart All-American canner. It's the smallest one they make. It will hold 4 quarts upright, which is what you need. And or I can get 7 regular mouth jars in there. If they're wide mouth, I believe I can only get 5 in there. So I always like to do these in the regular mouth jars. I get more bang for my buck. And yeah, so we're gonna get doing this. I'm probably gonna use a combination of button and Tatler lids, but I haven't really made that decision yet. So come on in while I cut this chicken up. I'll fast forward through that motion, and then we'll get to, after I roast it and I pull it out of the oven, I will show you filling the jars. All right, guys, canning chicken, it's happening again. Okay guys, I'm finishing up. This is the last chicken breast. So I've got everything cut up into cubes. And this was about, let's see, it was $1.99 a pound. It was about 5 pounds of chicken. So give or take a pound. Yeah, give or take an ounce, I should say. But all cubed up pretty uniform. I'm trying to get it uniform. If I don't get 7 jars, I'm okay with that. But 5 jars would be fantastic too. So now I'm gonna move my cutting board and knife out of the way and get the sheet pan. This is a large sheet pan. So I'm gonna olive oil, and I use, this is an organic olive oil. Just a little bit, so it's not gonna stick all over the place. And it'll give it a really nice roasted flavor. Oh, I can't wait. I love having this on the shelf. Easy, easy dinners. And you can do anything you want with this once you've got this jarred up. You know what I mean? You've got chicken salad on the fly, you have chicken soup on the fly, chicken casserole, like a chicken divan, broccoli chicken and rice, you name it, we've got it. Okay. Okay, now this is, it's a peppered garlic, and I love garlic and everything. I can't think of anything that I wouldn't use pepper and garlic in, so I'm just gonna season it. There you go. Toss it a little bit and get that seasoning a little more even. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it smells good already. Okay. I love the smell of garlic. All right, I'm gonna put this in a 425 degree oven. This is going in my convection oven. And I'm gonna get this roasted off. As soon as that's roasted, while it's roasting, I'm gonna get my broth ready. So literally, ooh, that piece is too big. Literally, I'm going to do a really simple broth. If I have some box stock, I will probably use that, but I may have to add to it, so we'll see. Off comes the glove. Easy cleanup, no chicken under my nails, and in the oven we go. Okay, well, we are ready. I've got hot jars here. I'm gonna load them up. Now, for the first time ever, I'm not gonna soak these, and I'm using all button top lids, but I poured the juices from this chicken into my pot over here. You can't see it where my broth is. It's gonna be fabulous. So we need a spoon. All right, guys, I've got my hot jars and I'm getting ready to load them up. So I'm gonna load the hot jars with chicken, and I love this. The chicken got nice and brown. It's just done. So you got some brown on there, a little bit of, yeah, color. Love it. And I just want enough. You want to leave an inch of headspace. I don't want to pack these down too much because then we have too much in the jar. So we're gonna just about like that. Okay, let's get another one started here. And I did turn the chicken halfway through the process just to break it up because it will kind of meld together. But this chicken, because it's organic, or it's free-range chicken, it doesn't get that white snow with all the impurities. You know what I mean? So you don't have that, and you won't have it in your jars either. Okay, so wipe my hands off really quick. I've got my jars sitting in hot water over in the sink. So I'm just gonna do a couple of these for you. And my broth is here. Whatever I don't use, I've got a soup planned, so I will use the rest of the broth. Now, my broth has, look how pretty it is. It has the chicken juices from this chicken, but I also added a couple tablespoons of parsley and a couple tablespoons of Thrive diced onion, because I love onion. It's already got a little bit of garlic and pepper from what I seasoned the chicken with, so why not? So if you see anything floating around in there, that is bits of onion. And we want every piece of chicken covered. I do not like chicken or meat outside the liquid. If I feel like I'm gonna get that, I'm more than happy to take a piece out, save it for the next jar, make up my headspace right there, and everybody's submerged, okay? I'm gonna take my vinegar soaked paper towel. I don't feel like you need vinegar necessarily, but it does cut any fat that might be on there. Get myself a flat and a ring, and there you go. She's ready to go in the hot tub. Look how beautiful. Okay, in the canner it's gonna go to wait for the rest of the jars. I'll let you know how many I get. Okay guys, I thought I'd bring you along for a little bit more of a tutorial. So as you saw when I was filling the jars, you saw I pulled out some other chicken. This was a chicken breast that I grilled off last night. It's going in a soup, but I wanted to fill that last jar. So you'll hear the Roomba is vacuuming in the bedroom. It kind of scares me. It sounds like somebody's coming in the door when she goes over the threshold. Anyways, so Mabel's back there working. So 6 jars of chicken with that beautiful broth, and then the last jar is just chicken stock. I'm not going to waste it. I want the canner full and super easy. So you get your lid on the way it needs to be, and you're going to take opposite thumb screws. I'm going to turn my burner up. Opposite thumb screws, get these, hold on, there we go, just barely like finger tight there. We're going to tighten them down, and what this does is it will equal the canner lid. It will equalize it when we tighten them down. This is already getting hot, but it went in a hot canner, so hot jars, hot canner, hot liquid, hot meat, hot everything as close to the same temperature, and then you don't have thermal shock. Okay, so now we're going to tighten away, on opposite sides, get them tight. That's what's going to hold this canner in place, or the lid in place, and it's locked down. When steam comes out of this petcock, and it's a steady stream of steam, we're going to time it for 10 full minutes. That's part of the processing time. The heat up and the cool down are also part of that time, because once the center of the jar hits 240 degrees, it needs to be there for a certain length of time to kill any botulism spores. So that being said, let's get this canner going, and I'll bring you back when you see a steady stream of steam. And then once we get that for 10 minutes, we're going to put our weight on, and for my altitude, it's 10 pounds or 11 on the dial. Okay? All right, we'll be back. Hopefully Mabel will be done. Okay guys, so I just finished. The canner has come down off of pressure, and I actually, once it came all the way down, like I always do, I took the weight off. And I just leave it sit like that for 5-10 minutes. Then I put that lid kind of cattywampus on here so it supports itself, but will let some steam out. Okay, and then I even go a step further after that happens and set it like that to let even more steam out. So the jars acclimate slowly. I have found that I get less siphoning. I'm not in a big hurry. This canning session took all afternoon. I'm not going to be in a hurry now and mess up my results. That's my thought process. So remember, I have 6 jars of chicken and 1 jar of chicken. Oh, here we go. Here's the broth, which is perfect. And it looks beautiful. A little bit of sediment on the bottom, which I always have. Even when I do my home canned broth or stock, I always have a little bit of sediment at the bottom. Just like when you buy it at the store, same thing happens. So I'm just laying these out on a cooling mat on my countertop. And then look at this beautiful, absolutely pristine chicken. And I don't know anybody that wouldn't want to eat that. I know the lighting is a little off because it's evening, but it's clear as a bell. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and the jars are still expanded. This one is still boiling, and this is a little bit darker because it's got the grilled meat in there, so it's gonna lend off some of that color, but go ahead and set that down. Anyway, okay, I think this one had a couple pieces of grilled meat in it as well. This is also, this right here is part of the processing time. You have to let everything happen in its own timing. This is what makes this process so wonderful. All right. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous chicken. So clear and appetizing. There's nothing that I could see that would say, oh, don't open that jar. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right, guys. 6 pints of beautiful chicken breast on the shelf, and some of it, well, one jar has some grilled chicken in there as well. It'll lend a little smoky flavor to it. And then this, and tomorrow when I have better lighting, I will definitely give you a better look at this because it is gorgeous. All right, guys. I hope this inspires you. I'm sorry about the lighting. I hope this inspires you to can up your own chicken. The stuff that you buy in the store, it's expensive. A little can of chicken, a little bigger than a regular tuna size can, is like $2.79, $2.89. It's almost $3 a can, $2.99. $3 a can, where if you get this on sale, even if you don't, you know the quality, you handpick that chicken. It's something that you would have put on your table anyway, and nobody in a factory is throwing something in a jar that maybe isn't that desirable. Not that they do that, but I'm pretty sure that that happens. I mean, it's just a, yeah, I'm pretty sure it happens. Anyway, it doesn't happen here. I canned it according to the USDA guidelines on canning, home canning chicken. I pre-cooked this chicken. It was just done to 165 degrees, although you could do that 80% to 85% done and still be just fine and have this pretty product. If you raw pack it, the results look a little bit different, but are every bit as delicious, according to my friends that say they love ugly chicken. Okay, I love ugly chicken too, but in a different way. So maybe there'll be a video coming up about that. Anyway, all right, guys. I'll see you next time for another delicious recipe, and quite possibly using home canned chicken breast. Oh my gosh. You guys, look at how beautiful. This gets to go on my shelf. It's shelf stable. It's going to be wonderful. And this will, I rotate this out every 3 years. So obviously it's not going to last 3 years, but if I need it to, it will. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.